Boy, there, good rising. I look like fuck. It's a Scorpio moon for ya. Trying to take a Leo shine away. Sun's currently 28 degrees Aries. Happy Quincunx Day. Not sure how many quincunxes do we have a month. But yes, the old quincunx. Frustrations and adjustments just out of sight. The moon is 23 degrees Scorpio. I guess I didn't take a morning shower. I took a bath. Maybe that's it. So yeah, Scorpio shit. Things are going to be ramping up. This is a month from now. Will be probably quite the intense releasing of the full moon in Scorpio lunar eclipse. I don't know if I spoke on them in recent times. I do know of a couple of suicides. One was I think a senior in high school, girlfriend that left him. Don't know his birthday. My buddy Pat said that there was some story about DPS officer pulls over someone and so once the cop gets to the window, he fucking, boom, that's when he decides to kill and shoot himself. I have a Leo acquaintance slash friend. We weren't the best of friends, but we had common ground. Leo, his fucking ex, his baby's mom, getting the shit beat out of her in a vehicle by her boyfriend. I believe her, I think she's a bit of a substance abuser. Jumps out to get away from him, boom, gets hit by fucking the car doing 45. I don't know if she passed on. I'm sure the details will arise later. Yeah, the other suicide, I don't know, a buddy had come home, externally didn't have a reason, good job, all that, killed himself. I don't know birthday on that either. The chick that got hit by a vehicle, I'm guessing she had significant cardinal placements, being that it was a full moon in Aries. Or, well, sun in Aries, but full moon in Libra. I now have proper reason to drop alcohol. Dibble-dabbled with escaping from reality enough. This round, this go about. That wasn't, knowing my past, I wasn't overdoing it. Now granted, I was doing a little drinking behind the wheel, which is super stupid with my situation. But I was still being strategical about it. So the amount of time that I was on actual, not back roads in the woods, was a small window, and wasn't near the, anytime you're in the city, especially on the mountain, more likely, as long as your ABCs are taken care of, lights working, all that kind of jazz. But anywho, because I missed my appointment with my PO because I was late and he didn't give me enough notice and I had too far to travel, ran out of gas. I had to go meet him that next Thursday. Well, my stupid ass knew better, intuitionally felt not to fucking drink the night bore. And he, it was the first time in a month since I had a new PO that we actually sat down and he wasn't too busy running around after other people. Like the dude's energy. I seem to have been bestowed with understanding POs this time around. Actually, when I think back, I guess I never really had too many mean POs, actually. Anywho, he says, well, I see you haven't had a UA in a while. And I was like, I haven't had one at all yet. I didn't say that. And I was like, oh, fuck. But fortunately, I'd been a good 2 weeks of no marijuana. So just, everyone has a vice. But as far as substance intake, coffee, cigarettes, and tequila in the evenings. Well, I dropped dirty for alcohol. He's like, well, have you been drinking? It says there's alcohol in your system. And I said, not today, but yes, last, I did have some tequila last night. I think the words I used was, yes, I had a few shots of tequila last night, which was at least a pint. So I don't know, 4, 5, 6 shots. But it hadn't cleared from my body yet, completely. But he fucking didn't bat an eyelash, didn't raise a temper, wasn't angered by it at all. And I'm like, fuck. More or less, the hunch I got was that, hell, he might be a drinker himself. But he's from Texas. He didn't even know I was on probation for your DUI. He had to ask me. That's how much he knows about my file. So, I did have to sign paperwork that I guess I didn't have to sign, but I did cooperate and sign. But I don't think, unless I only see him once a fucking month, so it was a real dumb move to drink that night. That being said, there's a lot of Pisces in, but I'm going to be fine. I shouldn't be blowing money like that anyways. I know I don't like my fucking job, but I'm in the financial stuckness I'm in right now. I'll be out. Better believe it. I know it. So yes, Pisces. Now we got the personal planets, Venus, Mars. I'd imagine none of us can escape some kind of escapism that the Pisces energy can bring. Fantasy land. Man, I had a really deep soul cry too. I don't know. Some of my conscious awareness says that my experiences on alcohol are not a facade. What I'm feeling in those moments is true. But in reality, an overwhelming amount of emotion is why one commits suicide. And or maybe extreme physical pains. Alright, I was going to get into some sex trauma. I guess to add, yeah, why not? It's time of release. That's why we just had the full moon, so it's ticking away. Or, waning. So it's lessening its pull on us. So, just keep it in mind for dropping habits. I am trying to drop the cigs with the booze. Booze won't be too much, but I'm sure I'll be nervously system annoyed to want to smoke a cigarette, but yeah, I'm gonna jump back into my 5-year-old sex trauma. So basically, I lost my virginity to my 13-year-old cousin at 5 on vacation with Grandma and Grandpa, and her 9-year-old, and also my cousin, was in the same bed, and nothing happened between us, but just weird shit. Like, now she is an Aries, and he is a Scorpio. Scorpio deals with those bounds. And Aries, plain and simple, is sex drive. So, I'm not trying to bring blame, shame, or guilt towards them. I don't know fucking what was going down in their world. That being said, it's going to be a long one. It just comes back to that the sex thing. Obviously sex drive is a hardwired energy tied into us. Maybe it's perhaps at some level the essence of energy itself. Many times I've wished I didn't have a sex drive, but that's because it was also introduced and somebody who was mentally aware of things like incest and hermaphrodites and fucking like, you know, I took on great shame. You know, it wasn't something I could just let go of. You know, and then my next sexual experience was with a buddy of mine at, maybe it's right around 6-ish. And then my third was my female cousin from the other side of the family, who was a Taurus. I don't know who the buddy friend was. We were playing tummy sticks. Gross. But nonetheless, all three of my first experiences were at such a young age, and just brought on a level of shame. I mean, perhaps they were innocent. You know, there wasn't. Again, yeah, whatever, they can hate me, I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to help bring light to help heal. And obviously bring the language of astrology. Alright, this one's getting way too fucking long. See you soon. Star Dad out. Don't judge me. I already do that well enough.